You don't want none! You don't want none!
What's going on, Tar Heel Nation? It is your favorite North Carolinian, Ross, the Tar Heel. And in this huddle, baby, unfortunately, we got to talk about the North Carolina Tar Heels losing to the Duke Blue Devils in the semifinal round of the ACC tournament, man. And first and foremost, man, this was a game of two completely separate halves. The first half was so much, identical to the game that we saw in Durham, where Carolina was just getting out-hustled, outworked. They did look like the less talented team. They looked like they didn't belong on the same floor, and it was pretty embarrassing. They took a 45-24 deficit into the stinking half, and a lot of Carolina fans tuned out, bro. They said, hey, man, I had to turn the game off. I can't watch this anymore. I just can't believe the lack of fight from my stinking Heels. And people are calling for HD's job, and they're talking about how they can't wait for this guy to stinking transfer and this guy to transfer, and please make it stop, etc., etc., etc. And I can't turn the game off. No matter how good it is or no matter how bad it is, I got to watch the whole thing, man, because I'm a Tar Heel through and through, okay? Win, lose, or stinking draw. So I'm a stinking hanging there with my chin out, ready for all the Dukies to take all the swings they want, dude, because I'm not ducking and running. And I would say that after the break, whatever statement was made or speech was made at halftime, which is just, it's ridiculous that it seems like we have to do this all the time. The point was made, and Carolina came out, and they were a completely different team. Matter of fact, they outscored Duke 47-29 in the second half. And they basically put themselves in position, great position, to win this basketball game. Great position to win this basketball game. They battled all the way back, right? Duke looked shook. They literally looked like, what the heck is going on? And Carolina looked like the team that I know that they can be if they would just focus for 40 stinking minutes. That is the team in the second half that they can be. Now, there's a couple of things that you can tell about that team, right? They're athletic. They can get out and run. They can finish around the stinking rim. It's not the best shooting team. And another thing that you can kind of deduce from this team, unfortunately, is the unforced errors. And I'm not going to lay it on too thick. We all know what stinking happened, dude. Completely unforced error. 4 seconds to go. Van Allen misses the front end, down 72-71. And I really don't know what Jalen Withers was doing. I really don't. But he gets called for the lane violation. Wipes out the stinking opportunity after Vin knocked down the stinking free throw. Carolina fouls. Con Knipple knocks down both threes. And then whatever play we drew up seemed like it was kind of a one-and-done option with RJ. He didn't get open, and Vin had to turn around and stinking throw up a prayer that never even had a stinking chance. And I think that there are some things that I would have done a little bit differently. I thought the hot hand in this game was actually Elliot Cadeau. Thought he did a great job, with his dribble penetration. I thought he did a fantastic job of staying out of even more foul trouble because he had 3 just egregious fouls called on him in this basketball game. But we're not even going to get into that, okay? We won't even get into that portion because Carolina they were able to turn the tide and make it a stinking basketball game. So I'm not going to blame it on the refs. And I really don't think at the end they had anything to do with the final outcome of this game, although there were some egregious fouls the EC got, and I think it hurt us at the end of the first half that enabled Duke to go on that stinking run. But I know what the Dukies will say, hey, we didn't have Cooper Flag and we were still able to stinking beat you guys. And you know what? I don't blame you, man. I'd probably be doing the same stinking thing. But in the back of your mind, I know that you know. And I think the committee knows as well that Carolina has the ability to be a dangerous team. And, you know, moving outside of this Duke game, I personally believe that Carolina is an NCAA tournament team at 22-13. Yes, I understand that is not the most beautiful record, but the 2 ACC tournament wins coupled with, you know, this close game against the #1 team in the country, a la it's without Cooper Flagg, I get it, I think is enough to say that Carolina can do some damage in the tournament, especially if they get the right matchups, right? Duke is a big team. It's a big team. Carolina's not a big team, but if they get the right matchups, I think Carolina is a team worthy of, you know, they're a top 68 team in the country. Now, I will also say this. If the committee decides to leave them out, I would probably be about 60-40, you know, disappointed, like, hey, bro, I don't think that's thinking right. But I think that you could make a case of why, hey, you just didn't do enough. You just didn't do enough. Although I also think that you can make the case that, hey, I think you're one of the top 68 teams in the country. So, very disappointing loss, especially, you know, when you basically, and I know a lot of Duke fans gave me some crap for saying this about the Chapel Hill game, because Carolina played 28 minutes worth of good basketball, and then it just fell apart. And I had talked about, you know, how Carolina basically handed the game to Duke. Carolina basically handed the game right here. I'm not going to say handed, but they definitely played a pivotal part in Duke winning this game, right? They had their opportunity. That's my stinking point. Carolina had their stinking opportunity to get this W, and it was an unforced error that enabled Duke to escape. Who knows? Vin might have stinking knocked down that free throw, made it 72-all, and then Duke goes down and, you know, makes a shot there. I don't know. Who knows? Might have gone into stinking overtime. We'll never know, because there was an unforced lane violation, and that's what's so disappointing, man. And Jay Witt's going to catch a lot of heat. You know, we all know the shot that he took in the Sweet 16. Carolina had a damn good team last year. Probably should have went deeper than the Sweet 16. And he took a shot that he didn't need to take, and it kind of like turned the tide of that game. And, you know, for him to have this blunder, if you will, is pretty unfortunate for the young man. All right, it is. I don't know what was going through his mind. I don't. But it was an unforced error in the worst time that it could be in. And I really do, man. I really do. I'm not laying it on the kid, man. I feel bad for him because he was obviously distraught at the end of the game. He was obviously distraught at the end of the game, man. And, you know, my heart goes out to him. I'm pissed. Don't call me a softie now. I'm pissed. I'm upset. If I'm a coach, man, I'm upset with the kid. But at the same time, you know, I don't think that it's just, it is what it is, right? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? It is what it is, man. So we still have, in my personal opinion, and we'll find out Selection Sunday, we still have a season to look forward to. So at this point, there's no use of crying over spilled milk, bro. We got to stay and look forward. Hopefully we get into the NCAA tournament, and we got to lift everybody up, man. That's my personal stinking, you know, opinion on this at the moment, dude. But tough loss, bro. Tough stinking loss. And, but I will say this. I'm going to end it with this. I am proud as hell from the fight from the stinking kids, because as much as I thought as they laid down in the first half, there was no stinking lay down in the second half, man. And all I can say is that I'm proud that the young men stinking didn't go silently into the night, bro. They fought, and they fought hard. And there are no moral victories. Like Carlton said, moral of the story, don't fall down by stinking 25. And then you know what happens? You beat the brakes off of these guys. But you dug yourself in a hole that the margin of stinking error was so small that it took a lane violation to completely cost you an opportunity to play for an ACC championship in what has been an up and down year. So genuinely genuinely, man, I'm interested in what Tar Heel Nation thinks about this game. I know everybody's upset. Do you think that this ACC I think that's a conversation that we need to have. Is this an NCAA tournament team? And do you think Carolina can make some noise in the tournament? So let me know down in the comment section what you think, man. Carolina fans, comment. Duke fans, here's my stinking chin. All right, you guys were stinking complaining as I was bedridden because I couldn't muster the energy to give you your 10-minute video. Here it is, baby. Swing away. I got a strong chin. Taking it. So comment down in the comment section, like, share, and subscribe to the stinking channel on the way out, man. And we'll catch you on the next one, Tar Heel Nation. Go Heels.